Empowering your crypto journey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're coming at us from. I'm coming at from my home in Tucson, Arizona, bringing with you some tools I've learned from the I Am Academy. So we're going to talk about empowering your crypto journey. I'm going to share with you how we have an easy, what we call an easy 1, 2, 3 system. I'm going to do a sound check. Very simple, easy 1, 2, 3 system that teaches you about the markets. What we have right here on the screen, sorry about that. What we have on the screen is a zoomed out approach at I'm sure you've heard about Bitcoin. If you haven't, it's in a lot of the news right now. This tool is called Levels. This is a strategy that's brought to you by the Academy, right? But this is one tool that we have that we can tell, kind of get an idea of what's going on with the market. Is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? Are you an investor? Are you a trader? It just kind of depends on what your goals are. But we simplified it into what we call an easy 1, 2, 3 system. So I'll show you what that is. So it's one, we have pre-recorded courses. We have pre-recorded courses that teach you the basics of getting started. It teaches you the fundamental, the words like that, the lingo. Every industry has a sort of a lingo, kind of their own lingo, right? So we have an easy 1, 2, 3 system. The one is pre-recorded courses. This is what you see right here on the screen. We have 100 minutes of just get you up and going, just gets you started on the journey of just getting caught up with how to speak the language, right? How to speak the language. All right. So right there in just 100 minutes, you can go through and be caught up on the basics of things, right? Then we have what's called our Go Live schedule. This is really, I think, one thing that really separates, it's called IOVIA Academy from other academies or other individual YouTubers. You may find a lot of channels have 1 or 2 educators that they have their own, their own group that you pay extra for and you get the inside information, right? Well, at IOVIA Academy, we have well over 60 different educators, professionals that teach us the ins and outs of the market. And I'll give an example. My favorite course is Stocks and Crypto. Yours might be something else. It could be foreign exchange. It could be digital marketing, e-commerce, learning how to build a business online. It could be about personal development. But let's just look at the Stocks and Crypto schedule. I'll just share with you the teachers, and these are the most viewed educators here on the screen. Curtis Cobain, the second one over here, he's probably one of my favorites. Every Monday, and I'll show you, this is the schedule. We have Sunday through Saturday classes every day, just about every day. Sometimes on the weekend, it's a little light, but during, at least most days of the week, a lot of action, a lot of scheduling, a lot of classes to learn from. You can get on all these educators and you can ask them questions directly. But let's get to Curtis. Curtis has right here what's called a portfolio watch. So every Monday, 11 o'clock my time, whatever zone you're in, they tailor the site to meet your time zone. And he helps you build a portfolio. And it's really, man, now that I've in it, it seems so simple. But I know at first, when you're first learning it, it doesn't seem simple. But with the Academy, it does get simple because you learn the lingo, you learn, and you get confidence. When you're hearing about certain situations from like an educator like Curtis, and he tells you why he feels like, a project like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Chainlink or Cardano or Solana, any of these ones that we're going to take a peek at today, they share things with you that assist in building us confidence. And wow, I really feel confident to put my money into this project because I can tell I'm getting educated, and you start to get more educated, and you know what you feel that you have a reason for what you're doing it. You're doing it intentionally. And so this is a good place where I recommend you to start his weekly Monday Portfolio Watch. And he is just one of over 60 different educators that we have. So we have pre-recorded courses, live mentorship. And then once you get going and once you start trading and investing, we have what's called strategies. We have well over almost 20 different artificial intelligence driven strategies. Now, one of the strategies is levels. Right here, I'm going to circle it right here, levels. There's several other strategies, but levels is one that I'm using. This is what we're looking at right here. This is levels, right? Now, what we can do now, there's different types of, I wanted to pick out, oops, let's see here. I wanted to share with you different types of trading right here. There's basically 3 basic trading methods. There's position trading, swing trading, scalp trading. There's a little bit more than that, but I feel like these are like the 3 basic categories. Position trade is when we, for me, I'm buying some things now and I plan to hold it. I'm 56. God willing, hopefully I'll live, into the 80s and 90s, and I love to make a 105. But whatever happens, I'm not tied to that. But we hope to. So for me, position trade is like 20 years from now. So I'll be in my 70s. So something I'm buying today that's I hope, and I'm putting my position trading down that it's going to be around 20 years from now. So that's a position trade, buying it and I'm holding it. I'm not selling it in and out of the market. Number 2 is swing trading. That's a little bit more advanced. I feel like that's more like every few weeks we're buying and selling, trying to catch the tops and the bottoms. You're trying to sell at the top and buy at the bottom, buy low, sell high. And there's an art to that. And the Academy teaches us how to do it. And scalp trading, that's more like day trading. And so I'll give you an idea how the tools helps us with this. So this is levels, right? Now each candle we're looking at, these are all candles. I'm going to zoom in now a little bit. Each candle that you see represents 1 week. So that's 7 days, right? So each candle represents 7 days. The levels program gives us a weekly levels of 67,000 now, which tells us it's a potential that it could withdraw back to that point, right? Which I'd be happy because it's going to make things a lot cheaper. Right now, they're at all-time highs. We're getting ready to break 100,000. Right now, it's at 97,647. So we're at the top right now, but we do have a higher target. So I'm not going to get into how I got this target, although I don't mind. It's just this was a pattern determination. But the point is we have a tool like levels. If you're a member of the Academy, you have access to levels. You can look all this stuff up yourself. You can look up Bitcoin, you can look up gold, silver, all the digital assets, the stocks. I mean, there's so much you can do with this. This is Bitcoin on the position standpoint. I'm a long-term buyer of Bitcoin. I feel like it's going to be around 20 years from now. So I'm putting some money in that category. But then I also am a trader. I'm going to buy and sell. I'm going to swing trade. I'm going to day trade. So let me share with you how this tool helps us with that. So I've saved up in my charts Bitcoin scalp. So I have a Bitcoin position. I've just saved it as that. It's more of the zoomed out approach. And now I'm going to go into the Bitcoin scalp, which is more of a zoomed in approach. It's zoomed in to like right now, it's the weekend, it's Sunday. The market is very volatile at this time. It's not a good idea. Most people would never trade. They recommend don't trade on the weekends, but I love to follow it. And to have, for me, I have to get down to almost a 5-minute zone to be able to pick a zone. That's how volatile it is. Normally, like when we go out for the week, I'd love to pick a zone from here. The thing is, we're not going to get it would have to come back down on a 4-hour time frame. Sorry for all the chart messes, but on the 4-hour time frame, we'd have to get a pullback to 92,000 to get in the market, right? On the 4-hour time frame, which is, we're going to wait a while. On the 1-hour time frame, we might have to wait to get back to 93 if we want to take a long, right? Let's zoom in to the 30-minute time frame, 94.40. So, you know, it's just kind of, it's the weekend. I'm not looking to get into a trade just yet, but I am following it with the intention of, you know, where's it going right now? But on the 5-minute time frame, we can really get a good look at what it's doing right here. So we have I'm going to clear this right here. So on the 5-minute time frame, these are my zones right here. So we're battling a support zone. The blue is a support. The red is a resistance. So we're kind of right in that box right there. If I'm going to take a long, I would take it right here, and it wouldn't have, but it's very risky because we're on the 5-minute time frame. These zones can be violated. I'm just waiting on them to be violated. It may bounce right up from here. It may bounce below. That's the thing. And we learn and make decisions. My decision is not to really be involved with this. I'm just trying to gauge where it's going to be, where we're heading for the week, right? Looking towards the week. But I will pop over to my favorite top 5 coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, and Solana. These are my favorite for different reasons. Top 5 for long term. I'm talking 20-year picks. 20-year picks. So let's pull it out. So we just looked at Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum position trade. So what I like about Ethereum right now is it has not broken all-time high at all, even though although Bitcoin is. So it's like it is holding back. So I'm very confident right now, to be not financial advice. I'm just sharing you what I'm going to be doing this coming week. Is I'm going to be accumulating this one myself still. I'm going to be setting up my positions for the end of the year. And for me, my long-term positions are not financial advice, just sharing with you my thoughts. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, Solana. And so I'm just looking for good times to buy, but this is a 3,200. I'm definitely a buyer at this price. I'd rather it to be cheaper, but that's the Ethereum position trade. This is where we're at. And then let's look at Chainlink position. Boy, this one is really taking I loaded up on this about a couple weeks ago when it was down in here, and now I'm still going to keep loading, but we have Chainlink is starting to pick up. But if you pull back and look at the big perspective of Chainlink, to get back to all-time high, it's going to have to get to $50. Right now it's at 18. So I'm a big believer, from everything that I've heard from all the teachers, that Chainlink long-term is a great play. So I'm setting up my long-term plays, but everything is getting pushed right now. So just be careful as you buy in of a pullbacks. So that's the only thing, but everything is literally quite pumping. But that is a good project right there. Long-term, I feel like it's going to be over $50. It's 18 right now. That's just my perspective. Not financial advice, but that's the thing. When you're in the academy and you're around the teachers, you learn this stuff for yourself, and so you build that confidence. Let's take a look at Cardano, another one that has rocketed, right? But this is a daily resistance level. Weekly, not much difference. So this is a daily chart. Each candle you see is a daily, right? So it's moving in the right direction, but this is a good long-term project. I'm very personally confident in this project long-term. So yes, it's a dollar right now, but a lot of people feel like it's gonna grow and get a lot of good use case. So be careful, because all these things have been pushed up right now, but long-term, these are my favorite picks: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano. But wow, look at the where we're at. I would love for it to pull back, so to get a buy. But when you follow along, it helps you get an idea. It has pulled back. It's actually been up to $1.14. Right now it's $1.02. So just something to think about. But I am a believer in the long term. When I say long term, I'm talking, for me, 10, 20-year position. So that is quite a position, right? But that's long term. That's what I'm thinking about, not financial advice. So let's, last but not least, look at Solana. This is the daily support on Solana, and it is doing really good. Look at that. But the thing is, they feel like this one has a lot of room to grow. This is the daily chart. I would love for it to pull back. I'd rather buy it around 217 if we get that opportunity. For sure, you can see that the level system shares with us that that's the daily support. But if you were a trader of, like, you were going to trade this asset, you would look for different. You'd probably short it right now. So on the 1 hour time frame, just to show you how the tool works, this red bar right here is a sign that it's bearish and that it's going to bounce down. So that'd be interesting to watch. But I'll save it on the 1 hour, the Solana, because I'm curious. But I'm more of a long-term buyer. Yeah, it may bounce down to 243, but whether I buy it at 243 or 253 today or 243 next week, I feel like long-term, this could go over 1,000. So that per coin, that's not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you my personal belief has that potential. So that's what I'm trying. I'm setting up for the end of the year and just trying to set up my top 5 picks personally. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, Solana. So I'll save this. And so if this was your chart, you would just save it, right? You save it. So let's go back to the Bitcoin scalp. And I'm going to leave us there. Actually, why don't I leave us on the Bitcoin position, because it's really, Bitcoin seems to be the biggest driver of everything, but not the reason why I like all 5 of the coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, and Solana, was because to me, they all do a little bit different things. So I feel like I'm kind of spread out. I have, 5 different things spread out in the major category. But I'm going to leave us with this. This is a zoned out picture of Bitcoin over the long term. And you can see right here, we have this big cup. This is from November 2021 to March 2024. So it's like almost 3 years. And we have this big cup right here, big cup. This is what's called a cup and handle. A cup and then the handle. See, can you see it? The cup and then the handle. What you do is you measure the cup and you bring it over here, and this is going to be our next target. So one way or another, I feel like this is our next target in the big picture for Bitcoin. But now what I have heard from one of the biggest Bitcoin published bulls, what they call them, is that he feels like in 20 years, by 20 years from now, one Bitcoin, which is today just at almost 100,000, could potentially be at least 1 million and maybe even above 10 million. So if certain things play out in the next 20 years, that could happen. Now, 1 million can happen. Who knows what's going to happen when governments are getting involved, businesses are getting involved. The U.S. is considering buying Bitcoin over the next few years. Other governments, states are having their own treasuries that they're buying Bitcoin for. Businesses are buying Bitcoin, putting it on their balance sheet. It's and we have yet begun. So we are really, if you're feeling like you've missed the boat on this, I feel like, and a lot of people, that all the experts feel like, we have not missed the boat on this. We are early. We are early. So I encourage you, the only way you're going to know about this and navigate this market, though, is to be around other people that are like-minded. So the people in the IOVA Academy, we have the instructors, plus you have people like me and other people that you'll get to know that will support each other and empower each other. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about the Academy, you can text me, call me. We can get on the phone and chat about this. So this is basically an easy 1, 2, 3 system. We have pre-recorded courses, live mentorship every Sunday through Saturday, and almost 20 different artificial intelligence driven strategies that assist us navigate the market. And we'd love to collaborate with you. We're looking for like-minded people to go on this journey with. And I hope that's you. If that is, please let me know. And remember, I'll leave you with, our health is wealth. Without our health, what do we have, right? Health is wealth. Cash flow is king. We used to say cash is king. Well, mentor of mine, I've learned that cash flow is king. It's good to have cash flow. So health is wealth. Cash flow is king. Cash is queen. And credit is freedom. Think about that. I'll see you on the next one. My goal is to come at you more often. I'm trying to set a specific time, but just be on the lookout. If you subscribe, get alerts, how do you get your alerts? But I'm working on a consistent time to go over the market and share these things with you. All right. Bye for now. See you next time.